all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Get some room, congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Crouton receipts in my pocket, don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than imagine. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us? 9. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Check three.
Now on first down, Drake again. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Let's go now. Check. 6 yards. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike 5'9". I'm on.
From the 40 now on second down. Murray flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014. And remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch that in, tight ends right. 4 down. Check. Mike 50.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the 2-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes the 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo, 13 yards there and a Niner first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
48, 21.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take.
And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A gain of 32 that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme so he doesn't get hit back there. Confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
On first down, Drake. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's going to be a long day. Check 3, check 3. Wait. It's 59. Mike to 59. Down the loop.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Okay, ready? 59, Mike. Check, 59. You got double up. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
He's checking.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And an alley to run. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
At the 47-yard line.
Right there, 56. Man, I got you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He finds Hopkins complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Check, 59. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. In your face.
On 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Man, I got you. Hey, it's free.
On first and goal, Drake. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try again with Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Kenyon Drake, with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If this is all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 29, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo. 48 for Mike. You must be mad.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
To throw, it's Murray. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Dee Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike's 56. Mike's 50. I got you. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 24.
Murray now. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Oh, you got deep? 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. I'm coming. Mike's 59.
From the 44, Murray dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Kill. Turn up. Hustle. Go back. We got motion. Back up. Mike 56. Mike.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the 1st down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. Well, Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Murray now, 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this 1st half, but he's got a 1st down here. Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play.
65.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now on 2nd and 13, Garoppolo. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Corey Peters able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
We've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Drake, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Murray, flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
First down.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check safety.
1, Omaha. Lock.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards, did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. They'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 58, right there. I got one.
21.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Here we go. 180. I got you.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go.
Right back to Drake. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Running, it's Drake. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
Come on, Shaq. 18 Gator. 3 buzz. 2 6. Mike spot 4.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup, and that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
White. Hey, gun. Hey, team six.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go. What do you need?
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. The first, they got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Come on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa able to record his fifth sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Throwing on third and long. Murray flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And no, it's incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 20.
58, come on. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas...
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He'll buy some time right. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And they work this out past the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Throwing on second and long. Murray eluding the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Check 13. Check 13.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues, other quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over first and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On first down, Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
48, Foxtrot.
Garoppolo now. Room to run inside the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. Game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Slam.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
I got you.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. What do you need? Let's go, D. Let's go.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Murray being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They try to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Check 56. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Like 56. Watch the run. They're running it.
Back to throw. Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. I guess the simple question, why not